Fabulous. So here we are for the Mindful Monday meditation session. Didn't quite flow this time. And it's great to be here. Snoring is likely. Yeah, I agree. Today, we've got our usual format. We're going to start with a nice, easy, just general relaxing meditation. Then we're going to look at another mudra in our sequence of mudras to enhance our meditations. And then we'll finish with our loving kindness meditation, because the world needs lots of love, and it helps us build compassion for ourselves and for others. And so that's always a good thing. I'm aware that some people may have only just joined I Meditate when they get to watch this, so they might be going, oh, I've never meditated, so let me just cover a few things. If you can breathe, you can do it. Meditation is something that in some ways you've been doing ever since you were a child, and it asks you to do nothing that you haven't already been able to do since birth, which is breathe, focus, and relax. That's it. Things no one ever actually had to teach you any of those three things. You just naturally knew how to do it. So you can naturally know how to do this. And along the way, maybe sometimes we ask you to visualize stuff, imagine stuff, picture stuff. Don't worry if you're not seeing it like a movie. If you know what I'm talking about, then you are visualizing at a certain level, even if you can't see it. So don't worry that it's not a movie, you're not picturing it. And if you have thoughts during your meditations, it's simple. Realize you're having a thought and go, oh, back to it. Don't make it an issue. Just get straight back to what you're meant to be focusing on. That simple. And if you have to fidget, if you have to move, this is an idea that comes from Taoism, whereas kind of a lot of the kind of yogic and Buddhist are very much stoic and hold the pose and don't move and blah blah blah. Taoists say if your leg goes into cramp whilst you're meditating, move, get rid of the cramp and carry on meditating, which to me makes a lot of sense. So I encourage that. If you need to fidget and then carry on, because not fidgeting is probably going to be more disruptive to your practice than actually sorting it out. So with that in mind, let us begin as we always begin, having a fidget, having a stretch. And we'll begin by taking 3 deep breaths together. And I don't know whether you'll close your eyes on the first breath and relax, whether you'll close your eyes on the second breath or relax, or whether you'll close your eyes on the third breath and relax. But whenever you close your eyes and relax, you can really get the most out of this session today just by following along. So let's take a deep breath in. Hold it and breathe out. Taking a deep breath in. Hold it and breathe out. Breathing in. Hold it and just breathe out. And then just return to your natural breath. Nothing about meditation should be forced. So just breathing at a comfortable pace. And tell yourself, I'm going to relax. I'm going to meditate. Everyday thoughts will not distract me. Everyday sounds will not disturb me. They all just help me relax. And I wonder just how deeply you can relax today. As to begin with, we start simply. I just want you to lengthen your breath slightly. So you're taking a deeper in-breath, nothing forced, but a slower, deeper in-breath and a slower, deeper out-breath. And just imagine that you're breathing into a spot, a place, just an inch or so below the navel, kind of in your center. Follow the journey of that breath as it enters the body, all the way down to that imagined point, and then back out. And if you have thoughts, if your mind drifts, that's okay. Just when you realize that, just bring it back to the breath and the focus and realize just how deeper you can go. Continue on for a little while. And now what I'd invite you to do is just become aware of that part of you that's aware. Your attention, your consciousness in the mind. And just very slowly, with each breath, just imagine, picture just that awareness, your focus of attention and your awareness slowly moving down with each breath. Down the line of the spine, through the skull to the top of the neck. And from there, just easing down with every breath. There's really no rush to relax now. Just easing that awareness, that focus and consciousness all the way down the spine, through the shoulder blades, down past the solar plexus, descending your awareness lower, your focus lower, all the way down until your awareness rests in that point, just an inch or so below the navel, a point of balance of the center. And just keep your awareness there. Observe your experience from that place. Centered and grounded. And continue to breathe on, and if your awareness starts to rise up again, just gently ease it back down into that lower point. Any worries or concerns, notice how they feel when you approach thinking of them from that point. From that point of balance, that center. How much easier you can find it to tackle challenges when you bring your awareness to that point. That's right. And just remember how it feels to hold your awareness in that place. As you gently start to return, becoming more aware of your surroundings, the room that you're in, wherever you're listening to this. And when you're ready to just gently open your eyes, be here now, we'll take a moment just quietly to allow ourselves to sit with those feelings before moving on. That's it. And the beauty of these sessions is we don't have to bring ourselves fully into everyday alertness and awareness after each part of it. We can build off the back of it. So let's move forward to today's little teaching session. And today we're looking at the Wheel of Life Mudra. And I've written it down because there was no way I was going to remember the name like this. The Dharmachakra Mudra. And this mudra represents eternal change, that one constant that there is in life. Birth to death, spring to summer, to autumn to winter, that whole wheel of existence. And when we perform it, it opens up our chest facilities through deep breathing. It benefits our heart, our lungs. It balances our inner and outer world, so the mundane and the spiritual. And it allows us to see the harmony and balance in things. It's very calming, very centering. I've kind of fallen in love with it after revisiting. It's very soothing effect on all levels. And you'll be glad to know it's not too difficult. So let me demonstrate this. In fact, if we do it all together, you'll get this one no trouble. Take both fingers and thumbs, place your thumbs and your index fingers together like this. Have your the palms turn initially into you. And then you bring your left hand middle thumb, touch it to your index and thumb on your right hand. So you're like this. And then you turn your right hand out. That's it. Really nice and simple. Let's have a look. Yep, that's it. Everyone's got that. So your right hand's kind of facing slightly out and up, your palm facing kind of outwards and up. Left hand's pointing down to you, and you hold it by your heart. And even just gently, slowly moving it there has a kind of a soothing sense. And if you're watching this and you've done Reiki, I always find that as you bring it down and get to the heart point, it automatically starts the hands off. with that kind of tingling that you can quite often get. And with this, we're just doing slow, deep breathing. So we're going to do practice this. We're going to, just so you've got a feel for it, and again, really encourage you to explore this one in between the sessions, because it's really, really good. There's a Sally waving her hands about. Do you want me to go through that again? Yes. Okay. So easy way to do it is 2 rings, like you know when you do an owl impression. That's it. And then on the left hand, bring the middle finger to touch the finger and thumb on the index finger. So you've got that. And then turn your right hand up and out. So just a twist of the right wrist. So your right hand's basically doing that. So you're going from that to an OK sign, basically. And that's it. Very simple. Held over the heart. So we're going to do this probably for about 5 minutes. There is a little bit that I'll add into it at the end of this, but so just getting that ready. Once you've done it a couple of times, it's quite a natural one to get to. We'll take a couple of deep breaths and then just close your eyes. And you just want nice, steady, slow, deep breathing. When we do deep breathing, you don't want to be breathing so deeply that you kind of feel like you're going to explode or like you can't breathe on the out breath. You want it to still be comfortable. You don't want to be straining anything. So let's take a couple of deep breaths in and out, breathing in and out. In and out. And then just continue a nice, steady, slow, deep breath. Nothing to do, just hold the hands in that place and follow your breathing. Notice, be aware of any sensations and feelings. That's right, just breathe on. And as you're breathing and as you're holding that mudra, the Wheel of Life mudra, You can relax deeper, because there is a time for rain and storm, which always passes, as is the case also when there is suffering, difficulties, or pain. It is a help if we simply try to accept those challenges, the pain, the difficulties, and in spite of everything, to make the best of the here and now. So see yourself next to the wheel of time. And every time you breathe out, just see yourself blowing gently against the wheel to make it turn, bringing you a new, interesting, and joyful period of time in your life. That's it. And then when you're ready, just allow your arms to drift back down. Just allow yourself to readjust back here, back now. And when you're ready to continue, you can just gently open your eyes. Let me know that you're back. There we go. There's Anne, Sally. Everyone's back. So I'm just going to... So let's now move into our loving kindness meditation. And after playing around with lots of different approaches, and you put in loving kindness meditation on Google for a search or on YouTube, you will find a myriad of different approaches. The one that we've been using more recently is actually one of my more favorite approaches, because it's expansive rather than bring us in. And I think if the idea behind is to send out love, then it makes sense that we're expanding that outwards. So have a fidget, get comfortable. And just in case anyone's watching this for a first time on the recording, the loving kindness meditation comes to us from Buddhist practice. And it's a way of expanding our compassion for ourselves and for others. And it is a beautiful, beautiful practice. And it has its challenges, because sometimes people can find it difficult to send themselves kindness. But sometimes, as the meditation asks of us, it asks us to send that kindness out to people who are also challenging, people who we've had difficulties with. But that's part of the growth. That's part of the spiritual journey, is to be able to accept and to expand out and share that. So let's begin. Let's take a couple of deep breaths in. Just take a couple. On the second breath, just allow your eyes to close just in the time that you need to take to just settle into a nice, relaxed state of mind. Breathing in, hold, and breathe out. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. Allowing your eyes to close just in the time you need to take to just focus within. And as our last mudra was focused on the heart, bring your awareness to the heart, to your heart, not just the physical, but that spiritual heart, that part of you that loves. And sometimes when we're meditating, and you might say move your awareness to the heart or move it to the center, or sometimes it can feel a little difficult to just do that, in which case it's perfectly okay to actually mime it. And if you're kind of trying to bring your attention to the heart, place your hand in front of your head and just slowly imagine that you're pushing that awareness down, and follow the hand down until it gets to the place. And then allow your attention and your awareness to rest in that place of the heart. And imagine yourself in a room, connecting to that sense of love, of kindness. And in that room, just imagine yourself. And I don't know where that sense of kindness starts first for you now. But as you begin to notice that, just allow that kindness. Send it. Send it to yourself. Projecting that kindness to yourself, enveloping yourself with kindness. That's right. And now think of a friend, a loved one, being there in that room with you. And begin to envelop that friend, that family member, with that love, that kindness. Extending that kindness to whoever that person is for you. That's right. Let your awareness of that person fade and just bring to mind somebody who you neither like nor dislike. You don't really know them well enough to have an opinion of. Maybe they're not quite a stranger, but you don't really know them to say whether you like or not. And just send that person that kindness. If your mind drifts, just bring it back. Let the thought of that person fade as you imagine somebody who's challenged you, somebody who you have found difficult in that space, and just sending them that kindness. That's right. And now just imagine each one of those people with you in that room, and everybody in this group there also, and sending that kindness out to each and every one of them. Now just send that kindness out. Imagine it flowing through every land, every country in the world, and radiating out beyond into the eternity of space. And allowing that image, that idea to fade, and just returning to yourself with that sense of kindness, that feeling at the end of this meditation. And when you're ready to return, bringing the light of loving kindness with you into your life and into the lives of those that you meet, then and just then or now, you can start to return. We'll take a few moments once our eyes are open just to sit with those feelings, to be with the place that we're at. That's right. And just a thought, whenever you're doing these, we tend to do this obviously on a Monday evening when hopefully there's not much else for anyone to do for the rest of the day, or other than chill out and relax. But if you're ever listening to them during the day, sometimes you can find yourself at the end of a meditation session feeling a bit fuzzy, not in a bad way, just in a bit of a kind of spaced, kind of chilled out, mellow kind of way. And it's always good to either have a glass of water beside you, or, as happens in the Harry Potter movies, have some chocolate beside you, something that you can munch on, and it just grounds you. If you're feeling a bit kind of expanded or detached, it just brings you back into your body. Failing that, just standing up and stamping your feet will do the job, but chocolate's nicer. So yeah, wonderful. Ooh, there we go.